Thank you for talking with me today, Kevin. I would like to find out more about public relations and in particular internal communications, and how it relates to the RCMP. I have a few questions for you.
It's my pleasure. What would you like to ask me?
What are the characteristics, aptitudes and skill sets that will help public relations practitioners succeed in internal communications?
Public relations practitioners who want to succeed in the area of internal communications need to be proficient at verbal and written communications, relationship building, influencing, proactiveness, attention to detail, work ethic, social networking tools. It is also helpful to have sound judgment, tact and service orientation, to be creative, flexible, and analytical.
I have heard that internal communications requires one to be organizational experts. Can you expand on that?
Yes, you definitely need to understand how the organization works. In particular, you need knowledge of organizational structures and corporate functions, leadership and broad management, as well as objectives and challenges specific to your organization. This includes employee issues and needs, current research practices, Canadian society, strategy setting, change management, and generational differences.
How does your organization measure how well it communicates messages between management and employees?
The RCMP currently uses the Balanced Scorecard in support of its strategy management approach. We establish objectives and measures for internal communications as part of our organizational strategy. These are then cascaded down to divisional scorecards as well as driven horizontally onto scorecard for each of the 5 strategic priorities of the RCMP.
How does the RCMP achieve this?
The RCMP has activities in support of advancing the internal communications objectives that are identified and implemented across the organization at all levels. A comprehensive employee opinion survey is issued every 2 years. The results from this survey provide some measures which are used to assess the effectiveness of internal communications in the RCMP.
What about employee satisfaction? How does it measure employee satisfaction/engagement?
An employee opinion survey is one of the key tools used to measure employee satisfaction/engagement. Some of the questions used in the survey include: there are clear goals and objectives for my job. I know exactly what is expected of me. I get adequate recognition from my immediate supervisor when I do a good job. My manager does a good job communicating with his or her employees. I am consulted appropriately on decisions and actions that have an impact on my work. My job makes good use of my knowledge, skills and abilities. I am proud to be an employee of the RCMP. I am familiar with the 5 strategic priorities of the RCMP. I understand how my work contributes to the RCMP's strategy and success. For the RCMP, more and more our internal communications program is focusing on driving high performance in the organization by supporting employee engagement, employee satisfaction, recruitment and retention, effective change and pride in the RCMP. We are developing tools to assist our manager in being strong communicators.
I know that the RCMP faces an enormous challenge with respect to internal communications as it has over 31,000 employees, with approximately 200 police officers deployed to missions in 10 countries. This includes over 75,000 volunteers, 14 divisions and 800 service points across Canada and abroad, with 268 isolated posts in remote areas. It's evident that they have to use a wide variety of methods for communication. What are some of the methods used to communicate with them?
Some of these methods include face-to-face meetings, town halls, video conferencing, committees, priority working groups, electronic and multimedia, email, internal website, internal broadcasts, communication toolkits, wiki, blogs, videos, briefing notes, national and divisional magazines, newsletters, posters, and brochures.
How well is each communication method received by both management and the employees?
The actions of management are especially significant because subordinates place more confidence in what managers do than what they say. Unless actions are consistent with communicators, a feeling of distrust will undermine the effectiveness of any future social change. Depending on the nature of the messages being communicated, employees' preferences as to how they want to receive information are slightly different. Generally, employees respond best when they receive urgent information that may impact their job from their immediate supervisor. Employees prefer to receive nice-to-know information on the internal website and through the national magazine. Briefing notes are also an effective communications tool that is used to brief up the chain of command on urgent operational issues. There is no magic bullet for effectively reaching all employees. We continue to work on creative solutions that will improve organizational communications.
That is quite a lot to absorb, but from what you have shared with me, it seems that internal communications is a vital part of the RCMP as well as any organization. Thank you very much for talking with me today.